Hey there, welcome to another edition of Fix It. Today's adventure, we have a Samsung Plasma PN51E550. It will not power up. We have a standby light you can see here, and you press the power button, and you see it'll flash the screen. You get two beeps, two blinks on the LED, but nothing. It'll keep flashing like the screen's trying to come on, and it doesn't. It'll just keep cycling through this. So this TV was plugged in during a lightning strike. So we're going to try to fix this bad boy. Okay, so now you'll notice when we plug this in and press the power button, you're going to notice a few things here. You're going to see actually the flashing of the LED here, the standby light, and then on the logic board here, notice this green light. It's going to go a little crazy. It's going to blink a couple of times, and you'll hear the panel start to excite the plasma gases. So you'll hear a faint buzz as it tries to start it, but it won't go anywhere. And then also you'll notice here on the main board, you look in your optical port, and there's nothing on in there. It should be a red infrared light there. So that's a couple of things you'll notice when this happens. This light should be more steady here. So let's see if we can test this thing out. I've already tested the voltages on the power supply board. They all check out fine, and on the XY board. Okay, so here's the board voltages I was referring to here. It's in the sticker in the back. United States is NTSC format. That's the one on the left. So those are the boards. Those are the points you'll be looking at if you were testing. You'll see the test points on the board here. You have to look for your particular board. They're sometimes different, but you'll see these labels: these VS, VE, VSC, and VE. So those are already checked out. So now what we're going to do is isolate the main board here, and you'll jump out here on the power supply. So undo that connector there at the main board, push down on the end and pull out, and then you're going to jump pins 1 to 3 to bring the PS on to ground. That turns on the power supply. You'll see pin 1 is the brown one here, and it's also marked on the board, pin 1. So jump those out, and then on the logic board you're going to come over here and jump out pins 3 to 4 for NTSC again. This board's a little bit different than some of the other ones. It's got lands on there, so the top two on this one is, I don't know if you can see the 3 and 4, but the top two are jumped out there, so that'll execute the test patterns. And you'll see that the LED on that logic board is blinking steady there, which it should be. And then you'll notice here the test patterns are running underneath. Anyway, it's executing the panel test underneath here. There you go. It's got red, all the colors coming on. Green. So you'll see it scrolling through the test pattern on the panel. That shows that the panel and everything, the power supply is good. And it looks like this main board is toast. So we're going to replace that sucker. Okay, we've got the main board replaced here. Just some things to note here. When you are testing and you're powering the setup, when you're testing and you disconnect any of these cables off of the boards, wait about at least 3 minutes before you reconnect them. Even when it's powered down, there could be some residual unregulated voltages that could fry the board. So just wait a few minutes before you plug them back in. That's even with it unpowered. There's still voltages there, especially on these caps here. Just be real careful. And the other thing to note that this was plugged in during this lightning storm. It was plugged into the Ethernet port here on this main board. And the TV was plugged into a surge protector. So you'll say, well, how did it get fried out? Well, the Ethernet port doesn't have any protection on it. That does. You can see there's a protection there. But and even with the surge protector outside, it hit the line, and it comes straight in that port. And it may not even have to hit that line, your Ethernet line, your internet line. It could be some EMP pulses just close by that just fry it. And it fried one of the router ports, actually, that this was plugged into. So they do have some surge protectors that do have an Ethernet port if you want to use the hardwired version. And let's see how it works after we replace this guy. Well, there we go. It turns on fine now. Works great after replacing the board. Thanks for watching. Would appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe. Take care.